I just look around today and I think to myself, it was a process. And if you're sitting and listening to this and you're thinking to yourself, well, gosh, I would like some of the results that some people that I respect have. And that could be in finances, it could be in relationship, it could be in parenting, it could be in health, whatever it may be. You're really going to have to take the time to seek it out at a deeper level. It's going to have to be something that you prioritize. Hello everyone, we are Greg and Jacquie Francis, and welcome to High Performance Parenting, where our passionate goal is to encourage you to raise champion children in a crazy world. Every week we will bring you multiple episodes from our extensive experience of raising our six happy, healthy, successful, godly kids who are confidently equipped to win big in life.
We deeply believe that any parent who is provided with the right knowledge and continual support can raise amazing kids. And when they do, all of our futures get better. If raising up future generations of absolute champions matters to you as much as it does to us, here's how you can contribute. Like and share this podcast with everyone you know. And together, let's embrace this journey of raising champion kids in a crazy world. Okay, everybody, welcome back. So for us right now, as we're recording this is early October. It's beautiful out. We're out here looking at the mountains. All the trees are starting to turn. I mean, the weather is just fantastic. It'll probably be, 70 or high 60s today. It's like gets down in the 50s at night. It's the campfire, sweatshirt, blue jean weather. Smells like football season. I mean, nothing like some good s'mores at night. Love this time of year. Mm-hmm. And you have a big trip coming up.
I can't wait.
In a couple days.
I'm super excited. Yes. It's a women's conference that I'm heading out to. Actually, tomorrow. I can't believe it. I already leave tomorrow.
It is tomorrow already.
And I'm super, super excited to go hang out with my friends and hang out with just ladies that stretch me and leadership that is like at the highest level, and just soak in and have some good girl time is what I'm ready for.
Yeah. And it's good. You and I, as we mentioned in our last episode, we don't just mentor people, we get mentored. Because I don't even know if I could really be mentored by someone who isn't getting mentored. I
don't know that it's healthy to, because I think we all need to, again, be seeking out good mentorship to be in a healthy position to give mentorship.
Yeah, and you and I, we invest a lot of time and energy into it. I mean, whether it's conferences like you're going to, I do a lot of men's conferences as well. I mean, I do weekly masterminds right now. I mean, we have people in our life that we consistently set up calls with. I mean, we get asked a lot, like, how have you created a level of success that you have in all these different categories? And it's not an easy answer, because it's been years and years of investment. And I will tell you, sometimes it kind of almost shocks me how people want results from work or investment they didn't put in,
Yeah, I think it's one of the frustrating things, because, you see the fruit, right? Whether it's in some of the interactions with our kids and how amazing our kids are, or maybe you see the fruit in maybe how we are so passionate about helping others and coaching and mentoring others, or you see the fruit even in like communication skills or how we connect in community and stuff like that. But what you don't know is all the behind the scenes time and effort that went into developing into the people we are today, 20 some years later, of working on ourselves.
Yeah.
And if I can just flash back and I think about things, I mean, I'll let you tell your own story of, where you came from, but a lot of what Greg originally thought he was going to do is sit in a cubicle and not talk to anybody ever, and just be an engineer doing work. Right. Yeah. And then for me, I mean, I don't know that I ever thought we'd be interacting with as many people, serving at the levels that we do, so that we could really help keep the family units connected like they are. And so I just look around today and I think to myself, it was a process. And if you're sitting and listening to this and you're thinking to yourself, well, gosh, I would like some of the results that some people that I respect have. And that could be in finances, it could be in relationship, it could be in parenting, it could be in health, whatever it may be. You're really going to have to take the time to seek it out at a deeper level. It's going to have to be something that you prioritize. And honestly, we've had a conversation all week about prioritizing our time, haven't we? Actually, to just get real, we just did a bunch of reorganizing of our calendar to make sure that we were prioritizing what was important to us and spending time in the right areas, because we found that we got off track a little bit. We weren't really taking the time to either build up ourselves sometimes, or the proper time to build our family up, or the proper time to put in towards business.
Yeah. Yeah, and we'll do another episode on this, but in essence, we've had we like had to commit to being more flexible because of all the changes going on in our life, selling the lake house and that whole process and moving and everything else, and then buying a house in Boise, and then having to travel to Boise, and then remodeling a house and getting to know people here and getting engaged in the church. And it's just been like, all right, we got to have some flexibility because, getting a new sports, new system here. But then, after a while, you're like, okay, well, we've been so flexible that we need to kind of start getting a schedule back in place.
Well,
because what the heck's going on right now?
It's not summer break anymore, okay? Like, one of the things we noticed here in Boise is that in the summer, it stays light all the way till 10 p.m.
Yeah.
So some nights were pretty late. People weren't even eating dinner until 10:30, let alone showering and getting in bed. So, yeah, summer break is over.
Super fun, though.
And it's time to start, focusing on what we're trying to do.
Anyways, so you're going to a conference.
Yeah.
As we started talking about, and yeah, so I'm excited for you to go because you needed some time to get out there and go grow Jacquie, right?
Yeah, it's time for me to go and just have fun and laugh and have that opportunity to just be with my friends.
Yeah.
Just, Dad's got everything taken care of at home, so
people are asking, what are you doing with your 6 kids? I'm like, what do you mean? What am I doing with them? We're gonna have fun, man. It's gonna be awesome.
Well, I always laugh. It's so funny. When the kids were younger, of course, things were different. Our kids are a little bit older now, so Dad loves the age their kids are in right now.
Yeah.
Like, you have a lot of fun with them at their
we're not
age.
slinging diapers and stuff like that.
Yeah. Greg's not leaving the nighttime diaper on all day because he thinks he can hold for 12 hours.
That was a good move, and you know it.
Until, I got home. When they were younger and I was leaving for a weekend, Greg would be like, who's watching the kids, hon? And I'm like, it's you, honey. Like...
All of them?
Like, you're the babysitter, wink, wink,
I gotta remember, this is when we had, 5 littles.
Yeah.
I mean, you talk about slinging diapers. I mean, like the UPS driver was like a family member delivering diapers.
Yeah, and the garbage man didn't want anything to do with us. But now that they're older, it's so interesting because, Greg typically travels more than I do. And so, like, when I'm home with the kids, it's a lot different than when Greg's home with the kids. Both of us love having fun with our kiddos. I hope you guys do too. I hope when you're sitting there and it's an opportunity to just really have fun with your kids, you enjoy every minute of it, and so we do. We love having fun with them. But the typical scenario when Greg's gone for a couple days or whatever is like, the house is we're playing cards, we're doing board games, like maybe we'll watch a nice family movie.
It's quiet.
Yes, it's kind of quiet and easygoing, and and everyone loves it. Like, it's really kind of just relaxing.
Quality time with Mom, and
we tell stories,
and
we lay in bed laughing, and make special breakfasts, and maybe go to a neat place like a park or an adventure of some sort, or hang out with friends, whatever it may be. And I would just say it's kind of just a little easygoing and,
it's
and
super
relaxing,
chill and replenishing. Everybody gets great night's rest. I mean, I'll call you at 9:30 sometimes. You're like, not answering, and
we're all crashed out having fun, telling stories and laughing together. But on the flip side, when I call home at even 12:30 in the morning sometimes to see how things are going, it's a different event.
Yeah, it's a little different process, when
a little
Mom's
different.
out
Mom's out of town. Yeah. What's that process typically like, so I know what to expect when I leave tomorrow?
Well, and first of all, rule number 1 is we're going to wing it. Okay, just So we don't really plan it. We don't really schedule it. But we are all going to be together and we're going to have fun. It's just our personalities are different. You're a lot more structured. I actually like more like lack of structure. I think not always, when I gotta get stuff done, but I like that kind of freedom just to do whatever we feel like doing. And so I don't have a set plan. I just have like a few things I think we'll do along the way, and it'll be a lot of college football. It'll be, fun food. It'll be foosball tournaments at night with 80s music probably playing.
Practicing that voice, huh? Just in case somebody calls you, right?
That's right. I
Yeah.
got to get my backup singers on board here
Yes,
too. Big
yes,
Littles,
for the
you know.
performance. Sure.
We'll be laughing. I don't know. Who knows? Wiffle ball game might break out. I mean, we're just gonna have fun. I mean, Drews does have a couple football games this weekend, so the whole family will go and support that. But yeah, I mean, you know, and you and I, we've just worked this out over time. You know, we don't compete with each other.
No.
It's not like oh gosh, you know, mom's out of town. This is going to be so amazing. This is so great. We don't even let those kind of thoughts build within our kids, because we never want them to be excited that one person's there and not, and the other person's not, or something like that. I mean, we just don't do that. It's kind of like, I'm glad that they're excited to have a really chill, kind of peaceful setting with you when I'm out of town, you know, because it fills them up. And then also, I'm glad that they like having a little bit of a more loose schedule, and we stay up late and sleep in more, and just do some things we wouldn't probably normally do. And you're always in support of that. You know, you just kind of let us have some daddy time. It's not like you hear some people talk about, you know, when mom's away, everybody else going to play. We don't do that stuff. But we do give some freedom within it, right? And it works for us.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is it's freedom, but still the first priority is connection with you and me.
Yeah.
You know, so I think one of the things that we learned along the way, it's not, well, you know, mom had the best time ever, but, you know, push every boundary that dad didn't want, or dad and the kids had the best time, but, you know, they pushed it to the whole limit that mom just felt disrespected or anything like that. You know, it's like we work really hard to make sure that there's certain boundaries that, okay, here's a couple things I just want you to think about this weekend. Like, maybe I'll name a couple things. You know what I mean? You're like, okay, that makes sense. Like, we'll work within that. You know, you don't want a grocery list of what you got to do all the time. But if I'm like, hey, here's a couple things, these 3 things would matter to me, you know, and, or if you're like, hey, if you guys don't mind when I'm gone, these 3 things matter to me type thing. I think that's important, because I think that husbands and wives just have to remember again that, of course, you're going to have fun with the kids, but the kids don't come before the family, you know what I mean, before the couple. You know?
Because that stuff can really build resentment.
Absolutely. And I think sometimes then the kids, again, feel so torn that they don't have a good time.
Yeah.
You know, they don't feel like this is fun when one parent leaves, because they always feel like the other parent's going to get mad.
Right. Yeah. So it's just, you know, for us, it's cool. But I like what you're saying, you know, freedom, but not in a way that creates any level of disconnection between us.
Right.
Between each other first, and then as a family as a whole. And we're always really good about, like, you know, even if I'm out of town and I'm doing something, I try to call and FaceTime for prayers at night. If you guys are already asleep, you're already asleep, you know. But if you're not, then you're always really good about, hey, okay, it's dad, you know, let's all gather up, and you're very supportive of it, etc. And I do the same thing for you as well. You know, the kids all know, they got their little Gab watches now and stuff. They know that they can reach out and give you a little call throughout the day. But I'll also prep them. We'll prep them together. That mom's going to be at a conference, so, you know, probably should let her call you so her phone's not blowing up, you know, or maybe just send a quick text, so that way it isn't like she's running out of a meeting thinking there's something going on.
Right. I think that's one of the key things sometimes, though, even when we're gone, is making sure everybody in the household knows what is expected.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, not with like a bunch of rules, but it's great. And you probably feel the same way when you get a text from the kids or from somebody just saying, hey, Dad, love you. Yeah. And it's like, oh, in the midst of them having a good time, they sent me something, you know, or if they leave you a voicemail and just say, hey, just want to let you know, think about you. We did this today, Dad.
Right.
You know, it makes you feel connected still to everybody. And I do think it's important that, you know, obviously there are situations with everything, but we do try when, you know, if you and I have been communicating and you're like, hey, I'm going to call probably around 8 or 9. If you guys are around, I would love to say hi to everybody or say prayers. Is that a good time to call? You know, then yeah, let's make it happen. I mean, unless we're just absolutely not available, why can't we just make that happen? Because it keeps us as a family unit just connected even when somebody's not home.
Yeah.
You know, so it's fun. I know you're going to have a good time with everybody. I always laugh because they typically send me the funniest either videos or pictures. I don't know that you get a lot of those when you're gone, but like they typically send me the most crazy things going on. And I typically respond back, what time is it there? Yeah, like, why are you sending me anything at this hour? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's always a fun time.
Yeah.
But in the end, what is it? Creating memories, right?
Yeah, great memories. And again, just being on the same page. It's all within the boundaries, but it is so fun. Like, I love it. I mean, it means a lot to me that you don't try to micromanage the time when I'm with the kids. Because, I like a little bit more freedom as well. And, but we're also on the same page about what needs to get done on a weekly basis, et cetera. Times for kids to go to bed, schedules for naps for the younger kids, things like that. We're always very respectful of it. But then every once in a while, if there's a little window, like, okay, mom's away, so if we stay up late a couple nights, it's gonna be okay. And
Yeah.
you don't try to stop that or anything, and we don't have to have an argument about it. We've learned this over time.
I think though it helps so much when the majority of the time, like, it goes in a reasonable way that flows well for our family. You know what I mean?
And it's been try, fail, adjust. Could have been times when I've like kept the kids up too late, and then you get home and it's like Sunday, and now they're kind of wrecked for Monday, and then we're like, oh, okay, that probably wasn't a good idea.
Well, I think lesson learned, right? Because I mean, I come home, I'm super excited to see everybody, and nobody like wants to hang out because they're exhausted. And
but this time you're gone Thursday, Friday night, so it's on, right?
Yes.
Party time.
Yes.
It's gonna be fun. Hey everyone, thanks for listening and thanks for your love and support. We hope that today's episode added tremendous value to you and your family. It would mean so much to us if you would partner with us on our mission of helping parents around the globe raise champion children in this crazy world.
To do so, simply take a moment to like and share this podcast with everyone in your network. And we have great news. You get more of us. You can expect new episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning. So be sure to consistently tune in with us and enjoy our show. See you next time.